This retro Boy Scouts of America handbook says that to get a merit badge on the way to becoming an Eagle Scout, quote, cook without utensils a meal from raw meat. They called it a hike meal since you weren't carrying any pots or pans, which were heavy back in the day. Picked out a sturdy stick. I'm going to dig with it right there. And play with this Dakota fire hole idea. I've never made one, but it looks really cool. I don't think Dakota fire hole is going to hold to make a tunnel from here to there. That's what the plan would be, but it's not going to hold. It's going to collapse because this is so sandy. So I'm going to switch my game plan. I'm going to make a trench right here, laying all the dirt on the sides and packing it down so that it gets good airflow. It's not a Dakota fire hole, but I'm not going to waste a bunch of time trying to go. The soil is just too loose. See, it's not going to form a bridge, so we'll form a trench. The wet ones actually work best. The ones deeper down, see? They're the ones that absorb the recent rain. This stuff will burn. It's not like it's going to be a wildfire engulfing the countryside, but it makes sense to move it back a little. That's why I say don't ever enter the woods without 2 lighters and a knife. Make it a sure thing. This is white and yellow sweet corn. Delicious. See how it's white and yellow? What I'm doing is just opening it and getting rid of the silk. And when I was a boy, it would sometimes happen that when you open it like this, you would find this worm wiggling around in there. But they advance so well with pesticides that doesn't happen that much. It still happens though. So it makes it exciting to rip open a husk. Now the Boy Scout Handbook says, open this up, remove the, what do you call them? The silk, the hairs. Remove them. And then we're going to sprinkle this with water, close it up, and the coals are ready. We're going to lay it on the coals and it will steam itself and roast itself. If the Boy Scouts are telling the truth, which is one of their, what is it called? The Scout Oath. A Scout is faithful, trustworthy, courteous, kind, obedient, thrifty, brave, clean, reverend. What was the one I was looking for? Oh, truthful. Truthful, I think that's the first one. Truthful, courteous, kind. Yeah, there we go. It's the coolest thing. I took care of an elderly in-law, Chuck, for a couple of years. He had dementia. And so his mind, he didn't have much confidence in his thinking process after a while, and probably for good reason, but he had such a good heart, and he was my friend. We had some good times. One of those good times was I got hold of an old Boy Scout Handbook. No, it was his. He was 97 years old when I met him, and I was picking out books to read to him or look through, and there it was, the Boy Scout Handbook. And I said, "All right, Chuck." This is a guy with dementia. I said, "All right, Chuck, give me the Scout oath." And he held up 3 fingers in the Scout salute, and he rattled it right off. Good on you, Chuck. I think that's going to work. When they hang together there, I can grab a steak. Well, we spent about 2 hours getting those coals perfect. Now I'm going to lay that steak on the coals directly. Oh, I can't wait to hear it sizzle. And now the steak. Oh yeah. I love steak. I put seasoning on it, dried garlic, salt, and Lowry seasoned salt. And it's been sitting. Look at how marbled this is. You can't get better. Oh. Okay, I got an idea. Let's throw it. Let's throw it right on the coals. I've got the coal cam over here. That's what the Boy Scout manual said to do. Now let's play with the bannock. What I want from bannock is for it to be light and fluffy and easy to cook. I'm sorry. Practicality, when you're not in the kitchen, you're out here in the boonies. I want food. I want it to taste good and be easy to cook. So that's why. This, you find a stick. Put some water in this bag of powder, you stir it for a while, and you've got a dough. You don't have to mix, you can throw the bag away. I'm going to mix, I'm going to put this together into like a patty, and I'm going to throw it on the coals and let it cook next to the steak. 'Cause I'm a wild man. Can't be helped. I tried the corporate life. I had a cubicle. Loved it. Because of the people. But now I have this life. It is awesome. Hey, this is going to work. Okay, good. Give it a squeeze. Dry should be over on that side. Can you see? Germaphobes. I think you should find another channel to watch. Nothing happening here. Sorry. Hey, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Wonder how that steak's doing. Now, the Native Americans, when they made bannock, they would go for the oval shape. Plus, they make one as big as a football. I make it one that accompanies that gigantic steak in the corn. So I'm not making a big one at all. But what I'm excited to do is put it right on the coals. Just like that Caveman Steak, the Boy Scout recipe, we'll add bannock. Bannock on the coals to that recipe. The steak is cooking. Come on, steak, what you up to? That raw part means that the coals are cooled so much by the steak that it's just not cooking it. Man, that steak looks so good. Oh my gosh. Musashi. Oh, my tongs broke, damn it. Must have a bite of steak. Oh my God, that's good. Oh, yeah. It's a little gritty. I think the roast corn is going to have the same distasteful problem of having gritty ashes on it. As you can see, and it doesn't seem like it's cooked at all. Have a bite, because I'm a masochist. Alright, there it is. It seems like it's just as hard as when I put it on the fire. It's just warmed up. Gritty. Real gritty. Looks like I burned the bannock. Not my favorite way of cooking, that's for sure. Well, I got enough water. I'm going to wash this thing off. So I'm not letting it go to waste. But this is not a good method of cooking, I'm sorry to say. See all the... But in the inside, that is my bannock. It's still good. It's unfortunate because I'm at a dry camp, meaning I don't have a stream or a lake nearby, so I can't replace the water I just wasted washing a steak, so I didn't have to waste the steak. Okay, enough whining, buddy. We've saved it. Save that steak. It's my duty as a carnivore. Save that steak. Oh man, I could run it through the friggin' dishwasher. Still be nasty. I'm eating it anyway, you know that. Technically, it has been cooked. Alright, I'm warming up to the grittiness. Hunger is the best cook. Alright, can we say that the recipe from many, many years ago in the Boy Scout Handbook for caveman steak and roast corn is an epic fail? If you were a Boy Scout during those times and you tried this recipe, leave a comment below, because I'm sure you got the same results I did. It's like chewing sand. Not the best steak I ever cooked. But it is in fact the steak in hand. The steak in hand. I'm gonna eat it all. Enjoy every minute. Psyched, I'm gonna flip it over. I'm going for medium rare. Hey, do me a favor and share this video with anyone who you know was a Boy Scout or is a Boy Scout. My channel is Boy Scout friendly. Also, it's free to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel if you would, please, and hit like. Well, actually, that's too much stuff to do. How about tell a Boy Scout about this video? Thanks. See all the grit on it? Well, maybe. Oh, it smells real good.